Something you did in the past, but you don't do now. After use the to, we use a verb without any endings.
السلام عليكم.
عليكم السلام. مالك الجندي؟
Yes, yes,
Read the first example, please.
yes.
السلام عليكم.
I work in a factory.
Speak upon you too.
I work in a factory.
Thank you. Adam عارف.
What teacher? What teacher?
Read the second example, please.
I work in a supermarket. I used to work in a factory.
Thank you very much. Adam, can you see the difference here?
What?
Can you see the difference between the two pictures? This picture
Yes.
is about something happened in the past. That was in the past, working in a factory. But now this man doesn't work in a factory. He works in a supermarket. When he wanted to tell us that he used to work,
What's the meaning of factory?
it is a place to make things, like making cars. Cars are made in factory. When he wanted to tell us about things that doesn't happen anymore, he used it to. Thank you. Omar Mu'min,
Yes.
read the next example, please.
Dave used to work in a factory. Now he works in a supermarket. Dave used to work in a factory. He worked in a factory before, but he doesn't work there now.
Thank you. Students, look at this timeline.
Used to, it's a past.
Yes, look at this timeline, please.
He worked, yes.
In this timeline, you have the best. The best is here.
Okay.
And you have now. Now is here. When we say he used to work, this period is in the past. It finished. It doesn't happen anymore. When we say he
But
worked,
now he didn't work.
but now, when we say now, this means he does it now. It is still existing.
We put S.
Thank you.
In the present, we put S.
Thank you.
With he, she, it.
Ahmad Atiyah.
Yes.
Can I go drink water?
Yes, you can. Can you read section B, please?
Okay. I, you, we, they. He, she, it. Used to, we, work, have, play. etc.
Thank you. Look at this box, students. With I, with I, you, we, they, he, she, and it, we use the to. There's no difference here. We don't add anything, we don't cut anything. And look at the verb. It has no endings. For example, I used to be. I can't say I used to am, or he used to is. We use the first, the infinitive. The infinitive is a verb without any endings. Omar, haven't finished. Ahmed Mustafa.
Teacher.
Can you see this woman?
Yes.
What is she saying?
She
said
I used to have very long hair.
Thank you. Look at the picture. Can you see her picture in the past? Does she have long hair in the picture?
No.
In the picture, she
No.
had long hair. But look at her now. Does she have long hair now? No, she
Yes.
doesn't. No, she doesn't. Thank you very much. Anas Abdurrahman.
What teacher?
You have here sentences. Read them, please. Yasser,
Yes.
read the first sentence, please.
When I was a child, I used to like. I used to like.
Chocolate. Adam Arif, close your microphone, please. Chocolate. Anyway. Hamza,
Yes,
read the example, please. I used to read.
I used to read a lot of books, but I don't read much these days.
Next, please.
Liz has got short hair now, but it used to be very long.
Thank you. Muaz,
Yes,
next, please.
they used to live live in the same street as us, so we often used to see them, but we don't see them very often these days.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Muhannad, last example, please.
What?
Last example, unused to have.
Okay. Have a piano, but she sold it a few years ago.
Annie used to have a piano, but she sold it a few years ago. Yeah, read the example of negative sentence.
Yes, teacher. This when I was a children, I didn't used to like to, to, tomatoes.
When I was a child, I didn't used to like tomatoes. Notice the students, here we use didn't plus use. We cut the final D. We cut the final D. Thank you. Adam Arf,
What, teacher?
read the example of the question. Where did?
Where did you see to live? Live because you come here.
This word is used, this word is live. Thank you. Now you can turn off your microphone. Where did you used to live before you came here? Notice here, students, we put did before the subject you, and we cut the final D. Now let's go to the exercise. Ahmed Atiyah,
Yes.
in this exercise, we complete using used to. For example, look at the woman in the picture. She says
Okay.
now and a few years ago. She used to have long hair. Now look at this man. He is now old. And this is a picture of this man when he was young. We wanted to use used to complete the sentence. He blank football. What should we say here?
He used to play foot. He used
Excellent.
to have
That's right.
to play. Used to play.
That's right.
Sister,
We
can I answer
use
one more moment?
I will raise my hand
to
to answer.
play football.
Sister, can I answer one more moment?
We take turns. Ahmed Mustafa,
Yes, teacher.
next picture, please. Look at
I
this woman.
am.
Look at this woman in the picture. She is cutting the hair. She says, I am a hairdresser. But look at her now. She is driving a taxi. She's a taxi driver. We wanted to say that she was a hairdresser in the past.
She was.
Yes, complete.
She was.
You want to say hairdresser?
Yes.
Good. But now we didn't use used to. We wanted to use used to. We can say she used
You too.
to be. No, sorry. She used it, yes. She used it to be a taxi driver. She used it to be a taxi driver. Now she is hairdresser. This was in the past, but this is happening now. She used it to be a taxi driver. Thank you.
You was.
Anas Abdurrahman,
نعم يا مستر.
look at picture number 4. We live in London now. Our house in the country 20 years ago. So those people had a house in the country, but now they don't have a house. They live in London. London is a city, but they had a house in the country in the past. We wanted to speak about having a house in the past using used to.
We used to.
Yes,
We used to. Or this my turn. This my turn. I don't know it's my turn. Live.
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 Live in the country. That's it. Thank you very much. We used it to live in the country.
Sister, can I answer?
Answer.
Yes.
In picture number 5, this is my 20. This is me 20 years ago. I never wear glasses now. Your verb is wear glasses. This man wore glasses in the past, but now he doesn't wear glasses. Your verb is wear glasses. We wanted to speak about this verb using used to.
I used to
That's right.
wear a glasses.
Wear glasses. Glasses doesn't take a because it is a plural word. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hamza,
Yes.
picture number 6. This is the house now. This is the house a long time ago. As you see in the picture, the house is destroyed now, and it was good in the past. So your verb is be, and the end of the sentence is good. We can say this building used to be good. This means this building is not good now. Karine works very hard and has very little free time. A few years ago, these things were different. Karine, a few years ago. Do you do any sport? Yes, I go swimming every day and play volleyball. Now I work very hard in my job. I don't have any free time. So we write sentence about her using use to. She used it to go swimming because this happened in the past, few years ago. Number two, do you go do you go out in the evening? Yes, most evenings. Now we can say she used to go out. She used to go out. Next sentence, do you play musical instrument? Yes, the guitar. When we come to number three, we can say she used to play the guitar. Number four, do you like reading? Yes, I read a lot. We can say she used to read a lot. This isn't happening anymore. Do you travel much? Yes, I go away 2 or 3 times a year. We can say she used to travel. She used to travel. Now let's answer the question again. Muaz,
Yes.
can you see this
Yes.
woman a few years ago and now?
Yes.
She is busy now. She doesn't have any free time. And these are the
Yes.
things that she used it to in the past. Number
And
one
they
is done.
used
She used it to go swimming. We take
every
these
day.
sentences from her answers. From her answers here in the past. When they asked
Okay.
her in the past, she gave these answers. Now we wanted to go to number two. When she was asked, do you go out in the evening? She said, yes, most evenings. Now we wanted to rewrite this answer using used to.
She used to.
Okay,
She used to uh, go out in the evenings.
that's it. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Can I answer? I'm Omar Mu'min.
We take turns. Muhannad,
What is
number three.
okay? Number three, do you play a musician?
Musical.
Musical instrument?
I didn't hear you, but the answer is she
She
used
used to play guitar.
to play the
Guitar.
guitar. This is the answer. Malik Saad, Malik Genedi.
Yes.
Next, please.
Number 4.
Yes.
Do you like reading?
أيوة صح.
Do you like reading? Yes, this is a question that she was asked in the past and she said yes, I read a lot. But as you know, she is busy now. So read a lot is in the past. We wanted to use read a lot with used to.
I load a lot. Yes, I.
Not yes. We would take the answer and put it to using used to, as we did in example 1, 2, and 3. She used to
Do
go
you?
swimming because she said, I go swimming every day. And this happens, as you see, a few
Do
years ago.
you read a lot?
Again, please.
Do you read a lot?
We don't use do you, we use used to. When she asked,
I use the two to read a lot.
I used the to read, only one to is enough. But we are not speaking, she is not speaking in this sentence. We are speaking about her. We don't use I, we use she.
She reads a lot.
We have to use used to. Look at the first answer. Do you do any sport? She said, yes, I go swimming. We take this answer and we put it here in number 1 by saying she used to go swimming every day. Look at number 2. Someone
She
asked
used to
her,
read
do
a
you
lot.
go, can you please listen? Can you listen,
Okay.
please? Do you go out in the evening? She said, yes, most evenings. And because this happened a few years ago and it doesn't happen now, we said she used to go out in the evenings. Number 3, when she was asked, do you play a musical instrument? She said, yes, the guitar. We take this answer and put it in a sentence using use to. She used to play the guitar. Now, what is your answer for number 4? Do you like reading?
She used to read a lot.
That's it. Thank you.
You know.
Omar Mu'min,
Yes.
number 5.
5. Uh, do you travel? Do you travel much? Do you travel much? Yes, I go away 2 or 3 times a year. Uh, she used to travel.
That's it. Thank you.
Teacher.
Yes.
Uh,
Or she used to go away.
Okay. Adam Arif,
What teacher?
we wanted to write one more sentence, but about free time. She says, I work very hard in my job. I don't have any free time. We wanted to say that she had free time in the past, but we wanted to use it with used to.
She used to the free time in the past.
She used to. What about free time? What is the verb? Is it be? Is it do free time? Is it have free time?
Be.
Be, she isn't a free time. She is a woman, but she had free time because had in the past when we use it with used to, we change it into infinitive. What is the infinitive form had? It's have. She used to have
She used to
free time.
have
Free
free
time.
time in the past.
That's it.
Oh, yes. She used to.
In this exercise, students, we complete the sentence using used to, or I play, or the present. For example, I used to play tennis. I stopped playing a few years ago. Do you do any sport? Yes, I play basketball. Because he asking you, do you? This is present simple. Have you got a car? No. No, this means that this man doesn't have a car. He said, no, and we want to complete here. Then he said, one, but I sold it. This means that he had a car in the past. This means the correct answer is used to have. Used to have. Another one, George, a waiter. Now he's the manager of a hotel. So a waiter was his job in the past. Now we wanted to answer this question. Think, can we say George is a waiter? Now he's a manager, or George used.
Teacher, I know, I am Zed.
Now, can I tell other students this is yet?
Okay.
Can I tell other students the answer to know, to let them know themselves? Now, students, when we read sentence number 4, George a waiter. We are not sure yet George is a waiter or George used to be a waiter. If it is happening now, we say George is a waiter. If it happened in the past, we say George used to be a waiter. When we read the rest of the sentence, we find that now he is a manager of a hotel. So a waiter is something
This
happened in
is
the past.
in the
Now
past.
we want someone to answer this question. Go ahead, Ziad.
Okay. George used to
Yes, used to. Now, what is the verb that we will use here?
have.
Have means own. George didn't own a waiter. George
No.
was a waiter. Because was is the past from
Used
verb to be. No, was. W-A-S.
Used to.
It is the past from verb to be, and the present of verb to be is am and is and are, and the after used to we use the infinitive. This means we are going to use be. Be is the infinitive from am, is, are, was, were, and be. So the
Okay.
answer will be George used to be a waiter.
Yes.
Number 5, do you go to work by car? Sometimes, but most days I by train. Now let us think about this sentence.
Sir, I know.
Can I let other students know as well?
Okay.
Can I tell them and explain the answer for them, please?
Okay.
Will you give me the chance to do that? Thank you. We're asking someone, we don't know his name, do you go to work by car? If this man goes to work by car, he will say yes. But what about this man? He said sometimes. This means sometimes he goes by car. But most days, or the majority of days, or a lot of days, he goes by train. So what is the verb here? Can we say sometimes, but now I used to go by train? Or sometimes, but now I go by train? This what we should think about in this sentence. Omar Mu'min,
Yes.
what is
Go.
the answer? Go? Thank you very much. The answer here, students, will be go. Because this man is doing this action now. He didn't do in the past. He is asking him about present. Do you go to work by car? This man is still going to work. And he's still using his car some days and the train most of days. So we can't use used to here. We can't say used to go by train because he is still going by train. This is still happening. It didn't finish yet.
Because most.
Not because most, because the question is in present. He is not asking the man about his past. He didn't say, "Did you go to work by car?" He is asking him about present. When you ask someone about present, he is answering about things that is still happening. Number six.
Okay.
When I was a child, I never meat, but I eat it now. So here we are asked, the boy or the man is telling us about something that happened in the past, happened when he was a child. Now he is
Me.
eating meat. When he say I eat it, it refers to meat. So we have two different actions here. His action regarding meat was no, was used to not to eat. You or
This I
never
know.
used to eat. But now he eats meat. Now let's find the answer. Ahmad Atiyah.
This I mean. Me.
Adam, Adam,
Yes.
Adam, we take turns, right?
Yes.
Ahmad Atiyah. What about number six? Your options
When I
are
was
I used
child,
to, I never used to eat, or I never eat. Which one will you use?
I I never used
I never used.
you
We still need a verb here. What is a
to
suitable
eat.
verb that we can use with meat?
Used to eat.
Yes, that's it. I never
Used.
used to eat. Thank you. In number seven, Mary loves watching TV. I need you to focus on loves. This is still happening. This is present simple. This is not in the past. She's still doing it. She's still loving it. Now, the next sentence, she TV every evening. There's a similar between the two sentences. They are not contrast. This is happening now, and this is still happening now. Your options here in number seven are she watches TV every evening, or she used to watch TV every evening. That that these are the answers that you should think about. Ahmed Mustafa,
Yes, teacher.
what do you think here, Ahmed Mustafa? Mary loves watching TV. She
She
watches TV
was
every evening, or she used to watch TV?
you too much.
Again, please.
She was
Our
too
options, listen to me, please. Listen to me. Our options here are only two options. She watches TV every evening, or she used to watch TV every evening.
she,
Choose one of them, please.
she was too.
That's not correct because this is still happening. Because in the first sentence, we know that she loves watching TV. Loves is present. This means she still has this habit. She is watching TV now. If we say she used to watch TV every evening, this means that this doesn't happen now, and this is not correct because we know that she loves watching TV now. So the correct answer here is she watches TV. She watches TV. Anas
Hello?
Abdurrahman.
نعم يا مستر.
Number 8.
Eh, we use the two.
Okay, we use the two.
We use to be
We use it to be.
have
We use it to have.
have
Have near the airport. That's not correct. I think is a verb here. We used it to live. We used it to live near the airport. But we moved to the city center a few years ago. Esther,
Yes.
number 9, please. Normally,
Number
I
9.
start to work at 7 o'clock. So I up very early.
I used
Remember Esther,
to
in number 9.
Teacher, the class is done.
Okay.
I used to get
Thank you, Esther. We meet later.